Bobbi Brown. This is the foundation stick from Bobbi Brown. This is golden number 6. Let me try another hand here. And this is the golden. I love the way this goes on. It's super creamy. It is going to give you that coverage, that full coverage. You know, if you don't need full coverage, but you have that product already, I would definitely recommend using Fix Plus. And just to kind of distribute it, I use Fix Plus too. You know, I'll, you know, put it on in sections. I'll go like pop, pop, you know, section here. Before I use a brush to spread it, I just do my Fix Plus, and then I'll actually use a brush or the blending sponge in order to spread it out and make it look, you know, good. But this, I absolutely love this. I see why so many people on YouTube were raving about this. And this is, the coverage is beautiful. I mean, it's going to give you like a matte finish, but depending on how you know, work it out, I would definitely not recommend this for anyone who has dry skin. Okay, so the Bobbi Brown, definitely the foundation stick is definitely not one for dry skin, but for normal combination. And, you know, I think for every other skin type, I think this will still be like a perfect product and will still work very well. So the next I have the Becca. love it. The Becca, this is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. And it already has a pump. Love all the foundations that actually already have a pump. It's super convenient. Definitely. I think the only thing I don't like about it is, you know, when you have a pump, but if you pump too much, you can't put the product back in. But one thing I like about their pump, and this is so neat how this works. I mean, there isn't an actual stick. It's like one of those air pumps. It doesn't have like the stick to travel up through, you know, the foundation travels up through with the suction. But anyway, don't know how it works as long as it does work. Now, I will tell you, this is ultimate coverage, and because it is ultimate in full, I mean like just really full coverage, it is very thick. So this is pretty thick. One thing that I had to do, just like I did with the, you know, the foundation sticks, in order to spread it out a little bit, to use less product, because I found myself, like at one point I was going through, like, you know, the first 2 times I've tried, it was like 4 pumps, you know, and I wasn't really squeezing out a whole lot, but I mean, it was pretty thick, and I'm like, it's not really spreading, and I'm using too much. And when you're paying that much for it, you don't want to do that. So again, I use the Fix Plus. So I spray the Fix Plus first, and then I've applied it in sections and then spread it out, and that works very well. So I absolutely love it. It's the full coverage. Now, underneath these primers, underneath these foundations, because I do have combination skin, and because it is getting warmer, so I'm getting oilier, I have been using the Becca Ever Matte Pore Refining, probably something else primer. Anyway, and it's a really good combination with a lot of these. You know, I use it with the Naked and the Decay Naked. I also use it with the Kat Von D Tattoo, and those are the only 2 that I've tried it with, because I just started using this primer. Before, I was using a couple other primers, and you know, like the Matte Prep and Prime, and the Makeup Forever HD Definition Primer. So I was using those earlier, but you know, I love the combination with this. So if you're wondering what primer I'm using with those, that's what I'm using. So this is really good. It's really creamy, but it's not oily. That's one thing I do like about it. It isn't oily. So I'm pretty confident all the skin types would work well with this product if you need full coverage. Now, if you do not need full coverage, you know, I mean, if you want to have the full coverage look, you know, go right ahead. But if you don't need full coverage, if I were you, I would go with a, you know, a very light, like a BB cream. If you have like really flawless skin, I definitely like a BB cream, or one of the other. You can even do the foundation stick too. I mean, because you can spread it out with the Fix Plus, where it's very limited in the distribution. You know, that the very little will distribute, you know, throughout your whole face and give it like a flawless look. But most, you know, everything that you're going to see is pretty much, unless I have like a steady client that I need a lighter foundation with, that's pretty much, you know, I'm going to only show you stuff that I personally use. Unless I have someone that, you know, that I work with a lot and they're using something else. But the last one that I wanted to talk to you about today is the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. And this is it. I love, love, love. I love their bottles. I mean, oh, I get more product? Well, still says 1 fluid ounce, but I don't know. Looks like it's more. So this is the Macaco. Oh my goodness. That's what I look for looking at my cell phone. Ah! The hell was I talking about? I just picked this up. I had a sample. They didn't have it in the store at the Sephora, but and then I called another one. They still didn't have it. So I actually was able to get a manager to go in the back just to look. Thank God she did, because she actually found it. And I think this is without a pump. Hold up. Are you telling me there is a pump in here? Ah! Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Nars, for providing a pump. Because I know you did not provide one with the sheer mattes and the sheer glows. So the All Day Luminous does come with a pump. So you do not have to go buy one. And it's just like a nice little top. And you just pop it on. Pop it off. Now, if you do pump too much, you can always, you know, unscrew this and actually put the extra foundation back in. But one thing, I'm going to have to find a better way of working this out. You know, with the All Day Luminous, I ended up getting the sample of it, and I put the sample on, went to work. I was like, oh my goodness, looking good. And then, you know, I got home and I'm looking in the mirror like, I know that Becca primer works. Like, why am I oily? Like, kind of like patting it down, and it wasn't that warm. So I mean, it's not like was, you know, the weather is like really hot. I mean, we're still in April and we're in South Carolina, so it's not, you know, extreme weather. I don't know what was going on. I'm probably gonna have to find a better combination to really work this out. But I bought it anyway because I absolutely love the way that this went on. And let me just show you. Alright, so listen, news. Taking a second. Travel. Alright, just need a dab. I mean, this is so, I mean, it's so liquidy. I mean, it's like, I was thinking that it was going to be a little bit more creamier. And I was pleasantly surprised that even though it's like, I hate saying liquidy, but you know, I was thinking it was going to be more along the lines of a cream style. And because, you know, it's, the coverage is full. But it really is full coverage. I mean, like, the coverage is really good with this. And I was thinking, because it says All Day Luminous, that it was going to be kind of like a glowy finish, but it isn't. I mean, you can really do a matte look with this, or not really matte. I would say it's still on the satin side, but you know, once you put your setting powders on, it's still going to be matte. Like, depending on how you work this, I mean, I think this can go for every skin type, except for I don't think dry will really enjoy this unless you prep your skin properly for dry. But other than that, I mean, I would definitely recommend, if you hands down ask me today, like, if you need full coverage and, you know, what would be the best foundation to buy, like, right this second? Yes, the Urban Decay Naked Skin would win, I must say. I really love it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the Kat Von D as well, and this is like the same, it's almost like the same darn thing between these two. I mean, it really is. It just really seems like it's such a similarity between these two, and I would really have to wait a couple more hours. I mean, this makeup is only about 3 hours old, so I would really have to kind of wait a little bit to really be able to, what anyway? Okay, yeah, I would really have to wait until really tell you as far as like what finish this is. But you know, the Urban Decay Naked 2 for me has proven all day, you know, especially if you are doing your makeup, you know, before you go to work, and you know you're going somewhere out after, and you don't want to have to really do a lot of, you know, fixing up, or kind of like, you don't want to have to do your makeup all over again. You just want to add, you know, a couple of the added touches, you know, kind of like eyeliner or something like that to make, you know, eyes pop a little bit more. You want to simplify it. I would definitely say this, the Naked is it. If you have a lot of dark spots though, and if you have a lot of pigmentation scars, then I would definitely recommend going with, I think you can still do that. You're going to have to build it up, but I think you'll probably be better with this baby right here. The Kat Von D Tattoo Foundation, I think is going to be better. So I hope this was helpful. You know, there's a lot of things that I wanted to kind of cover, but I didn't want to be too long-winded with you guys. But make sure when you're getting ready to go buy your foundation, especially if you're all new to this, you need to, number one, figure out what is your skin type. And when you wash your face, after about 30 minutes, do you see a little shine, you know, on your face? Does your skin look a little dewy to touch? Then you have oily. You know, if it's all over like that, it's oily. If it's only in, you know, certain zones, then it's a combination skin. If you start to see little patches, like if you don't put anything on your face and you start to see patches, then, you know, those are going to be your dry areas. And if you have red splotches throughout your face, then you probably have sensitive skin. And, you know, and if you don't fall in any of those categories, you're probably normal. And then the second is the coverage. You really need to kind of like look, and if you have ever, you know, used foundation before and it doesn't really cover or hide the spots, then you know you need a more full coverage. So really just kind of figure that out, and then you'll be ready to go shopping. And I hope that, you know, what I reviewed for you is going to be very helpful. If you have any further questions about any of these, feel free to comment. I'll try to be very quick with the response and let you know whatever information you need, and I'll have all of these listed in the comment box below. Alright, thank you so much. Please thumbs up if this was helpful to you. If it wasn't, kind of leave a comment and, you know, let me know what you would have preferred to see. I'd appreciate that. And alright, I'm out. Bye, thanks.